2026 National Club Championships presented by Haro, coming to you from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. I'm Isaac Berkey, joined here in the booth by Jenna Benscoter, and we have two heavyweights getting ready to go to battle here in the gold medal match. Things getting ready to get underway here in just a little bit, but we've got AGH taking on the WC Eagles. Both teams through pool play, undefeated, 2-0 in pool play for both sides as they look to cap off a busy weekend and a busy Saturday. Jenna, we were just talking about before we went live, these are two teams that really are no stranger to winning on this pitch here at the Sportsplex.
Yep, that is correct. We were just looking at the overall medal count. We had discussed it also at U14. That WC has a collection of about 40 medals overall, and AGH is second with 8.
And so for these two sides coming in, it's been a long weekend of games, both of them certainly earning their path here. Both teams 5-0 record on the weekend. 2 games Thursday, 2 games Friday. A game already today. It's going to be hot. They're going to be out there, and it's going to take the full team to get this one done for either side.
Yeah, that's true. WC in the semifinals really had to put some work in, so it will be interesting to see where they stand right now. They had to go into 2 rounds of shootouts in order to get to where they are, so their legs were running. For this tournament, they've had 3 shootouts to determine the winner, but they had to go that second round and able to do that.
For WC, that victory came 2-1 over Next Level this morning. That one at 9:10, so ballpark at 4 hours between games for them. Earlier through the tournament, WC starting with a 4-0 victory over Relentless, 7-0 win over AIM. First day of the tournament, no goals surrendered by WC. On day 2, it was a 6-2 victory over Next Level Maryland and a 4-0 victory over Mayhem. Before that, previously mentioned 2-1 win to get them into this gold medal match. For AGH, well, similarly on day 1, they scored 12, surrendered none, a 10-0 victory over SF Hawks and a 2-0 victory over Spirit of USA. Through day 2, no goals surrendered for AGH either, as they topped IFHCK 3-0 and AGH topping new heights 1-0 yesterday before a 4-2 victory over Texas Pride today. We see the teams taking the field there. Certainly a lot of energy, and they're running on fumes at this point, as we mentioned, with the heat. About 88 degrees here in Virginia Beach right now, so it's going to be running on fumes and seeing who has the most left in the tank.
Absolutely.
Once things get going.
Yep.
So we will pause for the anthem. WC Eagles in the, call it Carolina blue, light blue, take your pick. AGH in the white, 2 teams shaking hands, high fives at midfield. And Jenna, we're in for what's certainly going to be a good one. 2 teams that defensively have been very good throughout this tournament so far, but as you mentioned, AGH a little bit of a scare, so it's going to be interesting to see what they come out with and what things look like here in the early stages.
When you look at the overall picture, sure, with the medals, but I think both coaches, like prior to this game, I got a chance to speak to both of them, and they'd like to see the U16 level just raise a little bit higher standards, and I think they're just going to bring everything they have. That's what June Kentwell was just saying, that this is vital to USA field hockey and field hockey in the country itself. So hopefully they'll put a good show on for all of us to see what U16 can accomplish.
You hit on it a little bit, but the U14 level, these clubs were right there in the U14s earlier as well, getting a gold medal and a bronze medal in that matchup. So a good chance to look at the next age group up, the next group that's going to be pushing for that national team, as you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. She was saying, she's contributed a lot of her time to the U.S. program, and she would just like to see more of that presence here, that all club coaches in the United States are championing great future athletes, and that this is the age level. Once you see U14 to 16, there's a jump. And once you see it here, you want to see them take all that they have learned and just use it in their arsenal. AGH also said the same thing, that every club coach puts so much time and energy and pride into their work, that they would just like to see it executed in their athletes.
And for these girls, they want to make their club proud, their friends proud that they're playing with, because the opportunities you go up, you get a group of girls that get chances to play together, but as with anything, you never know when the last match or the last game with one of these teammates could be. So an opportunity to end the season with a championship, certainly something that everyone looking for, no matter the sport you're playing. That caps off a good season.
Yeah, I think for AGH or any other team, really, they have a lot of respect for WC Eagles, what they have accomplished, and that when you're in this game, it's a great test for them. It's a great test that takes them forward.
As WC in the light blue, AGH in the white, opportunity AGH right off the hop, trying to get the offense, trying to start things going. We mentioned what their offense has done in this tournament so far. They're going to look to have that respect you mentioned, but certainly put the foot on the gas pedal and try to skyrocket ahead to take things.
Yeah, they've already had their first circle entry, and they're pushing forward. They're pushing pretty hard. Getting in there in the 23, another circle entry.
And the opportunity to the left side, trying to pass, good defensive stick work. WC able to pull it out of harm's way for time being, in reverse field coming back the other way. Far side, opportunity, space. Pivot. Looking for the chance for WC on that one. It was Blake Patton. But pulled away, and back on the run comes AGH.
This spatial awareness in this age group is going to be different from U14. They won't charge the ball as much. You'll see that they'll be spread out as far as not overcommitting or overrunning the ball as much. They'll maintain their 5 and their engaging distance when they're trying to turn the ball over.
Patience early on is something we're seeing from AGH, trying to pick their spots. Haven't necessarily created a lot as WC coming on the attack. Move left side, trying to get the shot off from the outside. Couldn't get it quite on goal, but a good look, and WC really taking the first scoring opportunity, we'll call it, of the match. Near side. Into this circle, and not going to get anything off of that. Looked like it was Vanessa Volpe who created that chance. And penalty corner upcoming for WC. Or correction, not a penalty corner, but WC with a chance offensively. AGH started the match on the attack, certainly seeming more aggressive, but here in the last few moments, it's been WC looking for the opportunity. Top shot. Bouncing in front. Keeper was there. Defender was there. And AGH able to get right in the way of that one. Dual effort from the defender and the goalie to make sure that this game stays at 0s.
Yeah, the defender, when that turned over, when AGH had the ball, she was stick obstructing, which is why she got the call coming out.
As Mia Kenny starts AGH working across the back line, far side of the pitch. Just sent out. We see the Harrow sign there. Of course, thanks to our sponsors for making that one happen, along with the great folks at Capelli Sport, bringing this gold medal match to you today right here on the B&B Sports Card Network from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex. 7:55 and counting to go right here in the opening stanza. WC Eagles in the blue, AGH in the white. Good active stick got in the way there. AGH will get it back near midfield.
We'll see a lot of sideline activity too during this game where they're pulling it out to the seams, and they're looking for those 2v1s and looking straight down in that alley. That sweet spot of getting it to the baseline over, and that'll give you several different angles.
Chance stepping in, looking to get a shot defensively. WC Eagles are there, pushed toward the inline. I think it might have been kicked before it went out.
In the first 6 minutes, it seems it's been a back and forth. Not so much one dominating.
WC had the chances, really the best scoring chances we've seen so far, I would say, came from WC. But like you mentioned, AGH started out off the hop and had their opportunities. And both teams really battling and pushing back and forth, trying to make something going. You mentioned the coaches talking about how they want to see their squads elevate themselves. This is certainly the stage to do it here in the gold medal match at the U16 level. Middle of the pitch opportunity. Catherine Sarami.
Yeah, the sense that I got from both coaches prior to this is that they just really want to pull out the best in them, and knowing that they're being tested, they're being challenged, and it is a long week. It's a long 3 days. The temperatures, there are several different distractions here. It's not just the heat, humidity, or even the competition level. We have jets flying over, so the communication sometimes can be difficult, discernment, but at this level at U16, they've had a little bit more experience, so they work through those elements, and then they come out and earn the gold medal match, the opportunity to play here.
And anytime you get a situation like this where you already played 5 games, game number 6, the heat, the distractions, everything, sometimes you feel like you're in your groove, but at other times, elements take their toll. As a chance moved across right in front, shot, and just shanked wide. Looked like the defender might have gotten a piece of it, but
It did, yeah.
Now we've had good scoring opportunities really on both sides, but we're sitting at 0-0 here, 4:56 to play.
Both goalies have seen a one-on-one, a 1v1 situation now.
And kind of a way to make sure that they're awake and in the game. Always want to make sure your goalie is alive, although you don't want to give up a 1v1 situation. As WC Orn Vengieri at the circle, moving around wide, trying to center it. Defender was there. Good opportunity for WC, working the perimeter, trying to create those mismatches. Just not going to go their way, and AGH going to try to clear it out of harm's way here. Get back on the attack.
Yeah, it seems like AGH may have picked up the pace just slightly when they had that close opportunity. Close is just not good enough, it seems. That's great to bring the competitive level higher.
We're not playing horseshoes or hand grenades here in the beach today, although both do get played at times in this area. And AGH certainly seeming, and at the start seemed a little bit more patient with their passes. It seems like they're kind of rushing those, trying to get them out after WC got that scoring opportunity, and have been pressing a little bit. Far side, they're really just trying to get out from being hemmed in that far left corner. Get a little bit of space to breathe as Barrett Hansen on the restart for AGH.
And it's very typical of WC to just put that pressure on immediately. The instant that ball is touched, they have someone heading right toward it to try to distract them or mess them up, create a chaos ball so they can collect it and head back into their attacking circle. It's something they're very well known for doing.
And that's one of those things too, where a long tournament like this, you're testing the physical, but you're also testing the mental side of the game to see who's going to be the first to have that mental snafu that the other team is able to capitalize on.
Right.
So far, neither team has had a snafu so large, but could come at any moment as AGH tries to reverse the field and at least get out of their own end for a few seconds and catch their breath.
I think it'll be interesting at the quarter break to see what the difference will be in conversation, to say, like, what are you saying to their coaches, what their coaches know their players very well, and what they'll pour into them to see, what happens next. It feels like they're feeling each other out at the moment. They're testing the water for sure.
Definitely has that heavyweight bout feeling of take a punch, step back, feed one of your own, take
Evaluate,
another,
yeah.
See where your opportunities are going to be. As AGH right into the middle, opportunity bouncing. Good defensive work. With that, AGH has really seemed to, in the early stages at least, find a couple of more gaps in the middle of the field, whereas the offensive chances for WC have come working on the perimeter and then working their way in the middle, as we have another chance right through to the side, played back out towards midfield. AGH trying to reverse it, but a good defensive pressure. However, not going to continue, as AGH will get a chance to catch their breath. Minute 13 to go, opening quarter. As we see Barrett Hansen taking that.
AGH in scoring position inside the 23. They've got to watch all their fives, which is perfect right there. It's textbook.
Working around and out, so another opportunity.
First card of the game. It looked like pushing, so they'll be down by numbers. It'll be 10-11, 11 AGH, 10 WC. That's a 2-minute card.
And so the first opportunity coming for AGH, and that one will roll into the second quarter as well. So it'll be interesting to take a look at how does AGH respond? What do they change up potentially coming out, trying to take advantage of that? Not a lot of time rolling into quarter number 2, but quarter number 1 in the books, 0-0, where we're sitting after the opening stanza. Both teams had their chances, took their lumps, but certainly coach is going to have a few things to say in this one. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, second quarter action. This gold medal match 2026 U.S. Club National Championships from Virginia Beach.
What does happiness mean to you?
Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
Grow the game.
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 Grow the game. Grow the game.
Grow the game.
2026 National Club Championship gold medal match presented by Capelli Sport. I'm Isaac Berkey. She's Jenna Binscoter. First quarter in the books, 0-0 the score, AGH and WC. Jenna, we're rolling in with a penalty still being served by WC. For AGH, though, you saw the first quarter. Both teams kind of feeling each other out. What would be your message if you were running the sideline there for AGH heading into quarter number 2?
If I were running the sideline for AGH,
yes,
I'd probably just press up a little bit more like they're doing right now. And I mean, taking advantage, I would maybe put some up at a little bit higher, hoping that you get that outlet pass. Putting that person up, you're still at an advantage with the -1. So it's not like there's an unevenness. I don't know. They're digging in deep. They're looking for their through ball. And pacing it ahead. So, yeah, I would endorse that too.
Penalty just about to expire. We had a little over a minute left in that from quarter number 1. WC in the the light blue. AGH in the white from a steamy Virginia Beach. High 80s in the area today. Ball moved ahead. WC trying to get back on the attack, but of course, AGH, as they did through the first stanza, countering. Both teams really had their opportunities, took their lumps. It's going to be a game of who's going to blink first as we continue this one at 0-0 here. Just a couple of minutes into quarter number 2.
It would be unlike WC to play conservatively, even with one down. They're still going to take that risk. They trust each other's skill sets, and that's one thing June Cantwell was saying, that they work on their tactics often, and it becomes just commonplace for them to place the ball, look for the 3D skill, or look for the aerial, which we really haven't seen much of either or just yet, but we're just still getting warmed up.
Both these teams, like you mentioned, really just kind of keeping the ball on the turf, not really doing anything too crazy. We haven't seen anything out of the norm per se, or anybody try to do anything highlight reel worthy. It's just been simple, steady hockey here on the field. As chance on the penalty corner upcoming for AGH. We've seen one from each side, I believe, in the opening quarter.
That's correct. They fought for positioning at the top. That's a strong entryway. I mean, generally it's a little difficult sometimes to take on that strong side of your stick when you're a center back or whatever their formation is. I didn't catch the start of it, but that's not always an easy entryway for them to earn this corner. That's impressive.
Sloan Sestito settles up top. Good
Solid defense, yeah.
Good defensive work as Sestito maybe hesitated a little bit. And we've seen that from both sides early, where they kind of try to find that perfect angle to get a shot off, or maybe hesitate just a moment and the defender gets right there and does exactly what they're hoping to do. As another little mishandle sends it out. Of course, substitution's going to be key for both sides, who can utilize fresh legs timing properly with this heat. And we mentioned the 5 games they've already played, so a lot of energy being expended, a lot of fluids being taken in to make sure they can keep going.
Yeah, and it's also about 10 degrees hotter on that turf.
Almeida for AGH. Taking away WC. Looking to push. 8 minutes to go. Quarter 2. 0-0 the score. We mentioned the semifinals to get to this gold medal match. WC found themselves in a shootout.
Yep, next level Pennsylvania, they scored first, and WC came back to tie it. And it was a huge accomplishment. We'll see them in the 3-4 game that I talked to the head coach, Jess Schellenberger, and she was saying how they've been around for 5 years. It's their 4th year at NCC's, and it's an honor to play against WC. It's a test that people crave.
And something that these teams use as kind of a measuring stick, as we were talking about, to see who, a club that's had, I think you said 40 medals at this tournament was the count, and that's a statement number, to say the least, with second place not even being anywhere close to that. As WC trying to strike first and draw first blood, but AGH countering every punch that WC is throwing their way.
Looks like they're trying to adopt now. They're trying to increase their 3D skills coming in on the right side. They're being blockaded. That's one thing that I noticed with the U14s too, with WC defensively, is they put a lot of girls behind the ball. You're not going to see too many pushing up, but I guess when the opportunities, when you have the numbers at advantage, you'll push them up. But when they're protecting their within the 23, they have most of their girls behind the ball.
Trying to kind of create that space in a sense of staying behind, but also the ability to see the field better, pushes them forward. You can see the opportunities that arise. And I made a comment about AGH's patience, but certainly WC through this opening quarter and a half has been patient as well with their passes, trying to kind of picking their spots, trying to enter from the wings. As we see through the middle of the pitch,
quick obstruction calls. She just got in the way of her being able to play the ball. It's great defense. It slows the ball down either way, but obstruction stopped that one.
As that was Georgia Condrath on the restart for WC. Taken away, AGH trying to get back. This second quarter really has, apart from that opening few minutes, has kind of shifted WC's way in the last few. Zero's still the story on the scoreboard. 5:15 to go. Opening half is gold medal match. Brought to you by Capelli. The tournament presented by Haro.
Yeah, AGH is reading every single one of their entries. They're having a difficult time coming in from the right or the left. Their sticks are down, and they have two there. I'm not sure if you want to say it's a zone, but they aren't playing woman to woman or man to man, however you'd like to say it. But they are sticks down. They have the fundamentals down, and at this age group, you would assume that they would. But they are stepping up and stepping to the ball, not just one, but two at a time, and they're just shutting them down both sides.
And we haven't really seen. We've seen those fundamentals stay strong, which is, usually as you get tired, the old coaches cliches, the fundamentals can be the first thing to go because you just got to get there and get moving. But both squads, we've seen the fundamentals stay strong. Like you mentioned, AGH's defense really pushing things to the outside, not allowing any holes in the middle, and limiting the top scoring opportunities for WC here with 4 minutes to go in the opening half. Barrett Hansen moves across, trying to get AGH a scoring opportunity.
We have someone hanging out on post, far post with the goalie. I guess she's moved back up. I was keeping an eye on her. You never know.
As that's kind of been, we've seen AGH get to the middle of the field, but utilizing that back post, or trying to. One that was blocked perfectly off the penalty corner. I think she was either looking for a shot or looking for the back post. So something to keep an eye on, certainly for AGH, as WC wants to enter the offensive half of the field. Utilizing that far wing once again. And like you mentioned, that zone, that seeming zone that they're running, you had the two right on the ball, kind of shifted down as the ball moved.
Yeah.
Good work defensively to cause that turnover.
Yeah, I'm a little obsessed watching the offense, though, right now because they're such a thoughtful group of athletes, and it's just interesting to see, like, they know what's not working, so what are they going to do next? How are they going to make it work? And they aren't individuals who would drop their shoulders. They'd keep pushing until they try to figure it out.
Chance for AGH through the middle. Good defensive work. Reach in, grab that, pull it away. And that's what you were mentioning with how does that offense shift. That's certainly, it's going to end up being as a chance here, right in front shot. Save made. WC fighting to keep it alive, but that's certainly going to be, these two teams have shown that they are very well matched with each other. They're going punch for punch, but it's going to be who is able to make that one adjustment that ends up being the difference, and we haven't seen it so far. Chance on the penalty corner here for WC. As you can see them looking to the sideline there, waiting to get everything called in.
What do we have in our arsenal that's going to work? How do we get it through them?
Harper Bruder up top. Looking. Shot tipped. AGH.
I mean, on post, that's who you want on post. She handled that ball very well in the air, smacked it right down, and looked for the outlet pass. That was very calm under pressure.
The AGH defense, that's what we've seen from them so far, especially in this second quarter, is it really feels like WC is trying to grab the momentum, controlling possession, but the AGH defense has stood tall. Up the pitch, far side. Barrett Hansen again. She's certainly been a key for AGH so far. Trying to feed into the middle. And AGH maybe trying to take a little bit out of WC's book, working from the wings instead of trying to go straight to the middle that time around.
I think in this game, it's really going to matter more what's going on off ball than where the ball is. Like, they need to create some kind of synergy outside of, like, their cone, like within the 5 meters. There needs to be some kind of activity that they're moving people to get that breakthrough. That off ball is going to matter, I think, with scoring the goal or goals.
5 minutes to go in this second quarter. As 88 degrees, and of course, another 10 plus degrees on the turf. So time to hydrate.
Same as lame. Field hockey players have stick. They've got vibe. They've got that tuning fork in their hearts that goes off when a ball thumps the backboard of a goal. Field hockey is for the mold breakers, the convention challengers, the trailblazers, people who think outside the box and come alive inside the circle. Sure, there will always be those who mindlessly take the road more traveled, think the same, do the same, play the same. Field hockey players know that the strength of the pack is the wolf, and that the strength of the wolf is the pack. We know we're different, and we're proud of it. It's how we stand out. It's how we fit in. Like eagles, we soar individually, yet value family and togetherness highly. Join us. We're the minority of millions that get it. There's a stick waiting to be picked up, lifelong friendships to be made, goals to be a part of, victories, defeats, draws, and more. Stories to be told with you, by you, of you. There's a field hockey team waiting to be called yours. Game on. Dare to differ.
You've watched enough field hockey to know when somebody has it, the thing that can't be coached. That's what our analysts wake up every morning to do. find what's coming to the stock market before everyone else is talking about it. We find the next big trends in finance, then we bring them to you. MarketWise, proud sponsor of USA Field Hockey, because the best investments in athletes and in markets start with knowing what to look for. See for yourself at marketwise-usa.com.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
Life moves fast, but when that Freddy's hits, you can't help but slow down. Freddy's, this is the good stuff.
With 4 Hampton Roads area locations, Freddy's is just a short trip away.
I'm Mike Rowe. Welcome to the most honest commercial you're going to see all day.
Today, we're fixing sagging floors.
The problem is that moisture that we're trying to control has gotten to the wood already. And it's called this side of the home to drop. So if you have cracks around your door frame, if you have those squeaky floors or bouncy floors, most of the time we can fix that.
Get a free and honest inspection with JES Foundation Repair, a Groundworks company.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young athletes like yours.
First half in the books. After a quick 5-minute halftime to rehydrate, make changes, and get back out there. 0-0 the score in this gold medal match of the 2026 National Club Championships presented by Harrow. I'm Isaac Berkey. She's Jana Binskoder, and we see WC starting off with possession for half number 2. Quarter number 2, really, if you had to pick like an old school fight, give one team a winner of the quarter, it would kind of be WC from a possession standpoint, but both these two teams, coaches got to be throwing out some adjustments because we've seen each team kind of counter what the other's trying to do and play really well through the first 24 minutes.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. You can't take anything away, though, from AGH's defense. That's been pretty solid, and it's somewhat not frustrating, but it's not allowing WC to do WC things.
They've certainly... I mean, I would go with the term frustrating for what it seems like they've been able to do. We hit on that zone, and it kind of seems that every time WC tries to do what WC does, AGH is rotating perfectly and has that answer.
Yes. Which makes it a great game.
These two teams, 5 matches each, of course. Everyone's going to be tired. Everyone's going to be sore. So as we round into the back half of this gold medal match, it's really going to kind of come down to who's got just enough left in the tank, or who can hold on long enough to not make a key mistake. It's going to let the other team come away with it. Is WC working a little bit of patience? We see Emerson Youngblood moves across the field. Looking to go in up on the attack, using that right wing once again. As we'll see how WC is maybe trying to address this lockdown AGH defense in the halftime. And even right there, we talked about off-ball movement, but it kind of looked right in front, a little bit stale. Not a lot of movement from WC.
Even they will miss dribbling 5, carrying 5, passing 5. I mean, that's one of the fundamentals of getting into your attack circle. And that does speak to the potential of some exhaustion from earlier today. It's challenging to go into shootouts, and not just one round, but 2 times.
Certainly something that if it means winning another national title, they'll take. But as a coach, as an athlete, you're sitting there and you don't want to get into another shootout.
No.
So both teams trying to cap this one off before the buzzer, as we have just over 9 minutes to go, third quarter. And WC going to get a chance right here. As we see the back of AGH's Fiona Skazafava right there. She has been lights out so far when tested. We'll see if that's the old broadcaster's curse is going to come into play there, and I will take blame if it does. Quick shot. Save made, and ball is there. Trying to get another one off. Good defense, AGH. And the AGH defense holds.
It's a little scrappy, but that's what's going to keep the ball out of the cage, is all that playing with heart, digging in deep.
WC trying to come right back up top. Shot deflected, sent over the goal, and they stand once again. WC starting to test, but AGH defense has really been the story for them so far, and it withholds that storm.
And they have a lot of eyes watching them right now. It's not only their parents and their friends and their fans, but we've got college recruiters here and USA selectors here. They watch these girls, and they're both sides are just putting whatever strategy they can get in there to try to outlast the other. It will be interesting to see who breaks first. Blinks, I think, is the word that you were saying. Whoever blinks first.
The opportunity for WC coming around. Good poke defensively. And that's, you mentioned national team college recruiters. It's another element to a tournament like this that these girls are battling, is you've got to make sure you have the mental aspect of the game locked in, as well as the physical, battling the heat, but also
scoring opportunity. Oh, that was a great shot.
That was a great shot, blockered away. We're seeing the WC offense start to kind of put the foot down and speed up a little bit. We'll see what they're able to do, but certainly something these teams have to battle in addition to the fatigue. It's the mental pressure and fatigue that coaches are going to look for. Another chance in front. Defensive sticks in lanes, and AGH able to get out of the circle.
She was going for that sweet spot there at the stroke, and she just denied her that pass.
6:19, just about halfway through the third quarter. 0-0 on the scoreboard. Right across the pitch. Splits the defense, dancing through. Good defensive work, but WC staying right on top of things.
Yeah, their defense is organizing very quickly in the AGH 23 to the baseline. They're looking over their shoulders to make sure they're not getting in anyone else's space, which is allowing them to prevent these like smash and grab kind of situations, where if they hit it from outside the 20 or outside the circle, they have someone coming in and tipping, but they're not accomplishing that either.
AGH defensively shutting that down from WC. We haven't really seen a whole lot of a change on their strategy here in half number 2 from half 1, but it seems they're getting more opportunities, more quality opportunities, I would say, in half number 2 than we saw in half 1. But instead of really changing tactics, they know what works for them, and they're going to continue working it until it breaks through, it seems. On our side, 5 minutes to go, third quarter. A gold medal on the line. Thanks for joining us here on the B&B Sports Card Network for this live stream presented and sponsored by the great folks over at Capelli Sport. From the lovely Virginia Beach. Right wing tiptoeing the line.
Great run.
Taryn Pfeiffer.
That was all ball. Clean tackle.
Right back chance. WC. Rejected.
What's so great for one of the great things about this generation for these athletes is that they get to see the U.S. national team compete in events like the FIH Nations Cup, and they're getting prepared for the World Cup. So anytime these clips are shared on social media, you start to see these athletes try to copy their style and their play, and that exposure is really great for the sport of field hockey. It's one of the funnest, most watched sports in the world, and it would be great to see more of it grow here in the United States. So seeing AGH step up and compete this well against WC, which is such a storied team. They have so many stars that have come out with, like Aaron Matson, also at Carolina, leading the way with all that social content.
Shot just sent wide, but another good opportunity for WC. Back to you.
Yeah, no, you're good. Just it's so great. And then the coaches, too, from the collegiate level all the way down to grassroots, just the sharing of information has been outstanding. So that it is, I think, helping to bring up the level of play in the United States. And we'd all love to see that. It's such a fun sport.
And it is one of the social media is always a double-edged sword that people like to talk about. One of the benefits of it is the ability for those clips to get out, the ability for any of these girls to open up their phone, scroll through, and see a plethora of field hockey content, see what other national team at level athletes are doing, and not only learn from them, but find a few new tricks to store in their bag.
That's right.
Left side WC here in the light blue. 2.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Eagles really controlling time of possession here in the third quarter. But don't let that take away from the work that the AGH defense has done. Coming into this one, AGH only allowed 2 goals through the entirety of the tournament, and both those coming to the Texas Pride, who we'll see in the bronze medal game coming up. AGH outscoring their opponents 16-0 through the first 2 days of the tournament. Up top, shot. Good work again by AGH as they weather yet another storm from WC.
One of the ways that for femaleathletenews.com, something that I describe in articles when I discuss WC Eagles commentary is I describe them as sharpshooters. They have this ability to find just like 1/10 of an inch, and they can squeeze it in on both corners if you want it up in the air or down on the ground. And it's still, like, they're just off by 1/10. They're not able to find that connection.
And the sharpshooters really, they haven't had their chances to get those shots off. AGH has been right in their face, right in those lanes, making sure that they don't give them a time. They're not giving them an inch to let them take a mile. It's really been just kind of shutting everything down despite the pressure as we creep under the 30-second mark in the third quarter. Another penalty corner chance for WC. We've seen him move right up top as we see the pass right to the middle again, trying to get a shot off and finally breaks through.
That was at least a third attempt coming from the straight shot from the top. It had power.
As WC getting on the board just as time expires. to make it 1-0. And we will have that goal scorer officially here when we come back. WC Eagles leading AGH 1-0 here after 3 quarters of play, fourth quarter. And a tight one coming up right after this.
Welcome to Lucky Oyster. The food is fresh and it's all coastal energy. From coastal favorites to wings, burgers, and more. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner with weekly specials and a can't miss happy hour. Our private room is perfect for holiday parties, birthdays, and team celebrations. Explore our in-house retail shop for our locally crafted goods. We proudly support local charities, schools, and sports teams throughout the year. Lucky Oyster, more than just seafood, it's a lifestyle.
Looking for next-level wellness, recovery, and longevity in coastal Virginia? Hydration IV and Wellness Spa in Virginia Beach delivers elite care. From IV hydration and vitamin injections like B12, glutathione, and NAD, to medical weight loss, recovery therapies, and advanced longevity treatments. We also offer Botox and aesthetic services so you can look as good as you feel. Enjoy a premium wellness experience with convenient mobile options. Optimize your health, elevate your wellness, extend your longevity. Visit hydrationiv.com, hydration spelled with an I, or download the
Authentic Italian cuisine can be found in just one place in Hampton Roads, Il Giardino Ristorante in Virginia Beach. Il Giardino offers veal, seafood, chicken, pasta, vegetarian, and pizza creations. Add the sounds of the piano bar and lounge, and it's no wonder Il Giardino is such a popular local spot. Open daily at 5 p.m.
Ready to take the next step in your manufacturing career? At Acoustical Sheet Metal Company, you're not just stepping into a role, you're building a career. We're hiring supervisors and assistant supervisors to lead teams, drive production, and grow into senior leadership. ASC offers reliable work, competitive benefits, training assistance, and real opportunities to grow. And it all happens in a culture built on safety, teamwork, and doing things the right way. The ASC way. Start your next chapter today at ascjobs.com.
Back for the fourth quarter of this gold medal matchup from the Virginia Beach Sportsplex on site at the National Training Center. The 2026 Club National Championship brought to you by Harrow. WC Eagles leading 1-0. Harper Bruder getting the go-ahead goal. Jana, we saw a bunch of chances, 2-3 in a row right from the top, and Bruder, you mentioned the sharpshooting. She was finally able to put one home there to give WC the late lead in the third quarter.
Yeah, there was some power behind her shot. Eventually they're hoping it's almost like a pitcher in baseball. You want to wear them down, and that's what she was looking for. She was seeking that opportunity, and of course they're going to try to strike again so quickly in the first 2 minutes of the fourth quarter to maintain that lead and then take a little extra.
As WC in the third quarter really controlled possession, controlled the chances. The AGH defense was good, but you got to score more goals than the other team to win the game. So AGH's offense has got to find its legs here in this fourth quarter if they want to have a chance to get that gold medal or even extend this outside of the fourth quarter. Chance right in, and WC off the bat. It's Bruder over there. She's going to get another chance. Look for her, top of the circle. Got to expect they're going to come right back to her.
We'll find out. We'll see. Perhaps. It's still, we've got time on the clock, and we've seen AGH. They're holding pretty strong, so it's anything can happen.
Up top, Bruder. Shot. Wide. And AGH weathers the storm.
Good call. Bruder again.
WC using the if it ain't broke, don't fix it mentality as Bruder gets possession again. WC loses momentarily. Hard pressure right off the bat. And AGH, whenever they've had possession in their own end, really haven't had much of a chance to even breathe as WC's been right on top of them. Getting it back far side into the corner. Centering feed was the opportunity, but just couldn't get there. It goes out. It'll be a chance for WC.
If you noticed, yeah, all of AGH's athletes are behind the ball, trying to prevent that circle entry. Got the baseline run.
AGH trying to pull it out, but going to be denied by the rule book once again. So another chance coming up for WC Eagles, up 1-0, 8.5 minutes to go in this gold medal match. WC looking to extend their lead. AGH looking to break through and get on the board. Bruder up top with the pink cleats. She's the goal scorer. They go wide of her. Shot through and in as WC Eagles double the lead. It's 2-0. Here with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. They've struck twice in a span of 5 minutes.
And both on attack penalty corners. That's what's working for them now. They often get into a scoring rhythm, so we'll see what happens next.
And now for AGH, they've got to stop the momentum, but WC certainly wants to keep the ball rolling downhill. We talked about who is going to flinch, blink, take your pick first. Yeah. Seems like it's certainly been AGH, but it's been WC capitalizing on those corner opportunities to take the 2-0 lead. Goals coming about 5 minutes of game time apart.
I mean, if you had that sideline talk in those 2 minutes, you would have to say the off ball isn't working, our circle entries aren't working, and we should be going to as many penalty corners as possible, looking for that foul once you're inside the circle, or even if you're just like on the seam of it, you want to try to figure out a way to get them to stick obstruct, body obstruct, or find a foot and get that corner upgrade, or get that corner. Sorry.
Utilize the rules to your favor without obviously doing anything that would be a detriment to the game, but certainly that's part of playing at a high level, is having that high IQ and knowing how to position your body, position your stick to draw those penalties. As another chance on the corner right here for WC, up 2-0. Bruder didn't get all of that one, certainly. Had time to shoot, but just had it maybe bounce a little bit on her. 6:12 to go, fourth quarter.
I gave myself a little umpire edit there when I was about to say upgrade, and there's like no such thing as an upgrade. The management of the umpires, they're looking for anything that's egregious in a breakdown foul. So if they do get that ball inside the 23, and there's something between the 23, the broken, and or the circle, and they go to a corner, it's not automatically a free hit at that spot. If it's a breakdown foul where the offense can't collect their ball and can't head in to try to get the scoring opportunity, it can go right to a corner. And oftentimes we hear in America it's an upgrade, but it's just generally it is just a corner in game management. So that's why I just gave myself a little edit.
WC keeping possession back on the defensive half of the field. And you see on the far side the Eagles leading in the baby blue. AGH really first possession of this fourth quarter.
Yep, versus speed. She's not done yet.
Just trying to get something through on goal. That was Barrett Hansen. WC on the attack. Long ball played ahead. They had Bruder cutting across. You can see those bright pink cleats just about anywhere, but she couldn't get to it. Four and a half minutes to go. Gold medal match of the 2026 National Club Championships, presented by Harrow. Of course, thanks to all of you joining us here on YouTube. on the B&B Sports Card Network. Mother Nature heating things up, but certainly storms looming in Virginia Beach. Glad we were able to get this one underway. 3.5 to go, fourth quarter. 2-0. WC scoring a goal late in the third quarter, an early goal in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it took 36 minutes of action for them to be able to finally crack the cage.
And we mentioned the defense of WC leading into, or of AGH leading into this tournament, but WC defensively impressive as well. Only surrendering 2 goals through the first 2 days, 3 goals in total through this tournament. They've outscored their opponents 21-2 through the first 4 matches. Make it 24-3 leading into this match. And we talked about earlier how this WC team not known for playing it conservative, but certainly with the gold medal on the line, 2.5, it becomes a game of, all right, let's keep the offense going and give ourselves a bigger cushion, but don't make mistakes. Don't get jumpy. Don't make stupid mistakes, because that's what drives coaches crazy.
Right. They're the backfield passing, maintaining possession. They'll do that to run down the clock. Yeah. We see it.
Trying to kick as much time off this clock as we crest the 2-minute mark. AGH, time against them. WC, time in their favor. Getting possession back. Flip up to Bruder. She has the go-ahead tally so far, up 2-0, scored late in the first quarter, or excuse me, in the third quarter for the first goal. 1.5 to go. WC working on the far perimeter. AGH defense pushing them on that wing, but WC certainly confident and able to buy their time. Backfield swing across far side. And good patience to kind of wait it out, find that gap, work this sideline.
We see an aerial all the way at the end. Not really looking to find the space, more so just burning that clock.
45 seconds to go. WC up 2-0. Pass ahead in. Good defensive work. Takes it out of the circle toward the sideline. AGH trying to move quickly ahead, but really only jerseys there were Carolina blue, so WC going to come back on the attack. Ten seconds to go. WC up 2-0. Time running through. And so, as the clock ticks all the way down, the WC Eagles take this one by a final of 2-0, and the gold medal goes to the Eagles. They were tested early on. AGH gave them all they could handle, but in the end, it was a late goal in the third quarter that proved to be the total difference in this one, giving them the 2-0 lead.
After a long day for WC Eagles, they were able to get that goal in, to get them going, to find some momentum, to dig deep. And like you said, it was whatever was left in the fuel tank, and that's what they came out and they provided. AGH, though, hats off to them. They did a great job. They did all the best they could with their defense.
Congratulations to WC Eagles, the gold medal winner. We're going to wrap this from Virginia Beach. WC takes it 2-0 in the gold medal match. We'll have the third place bronze medal game coming up here shortly. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you back for bronze coming up.
You know when somebody has it, the thing that can't be coached. We see the same thing in the markets every day. Opportunity, we find it first, then we bring it to you. MarketWise, proud sponsor of USA Field Hockey. MarketWise-USA.com.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
What is more? Is it more reps, more strength, more stamina? We say it's all of that, but it's greater than just what's in the mirror. It's about improving your mental and physical health. More is a feeling of achievement, fulfillment, confidence. It's looking better, feeling better, being better, and it's our mission to get you there. Because here, you are more. One Life Fitness.
What does happiness mean to you? Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
Bronze medal underway from Virginia Beach, Texas Pride, and Next Level getting ready for this one. We just saw the gold medal go to the WC Eagles. For this one, it is the bronze medal featuring Texas and Next Level. Next Level in the dark blue, Texas in the white and red. And right off the bat, a couple of good chances. Jenna, these two teams wasting no time trying to get the scoring going.
Right, let's get right into it.
We saw
Maybe it's the threat of thunderstorms.
They said lightning might not strike twice, so we better before it does. Yeah. As Texas just trying to get things going. The Pride came in 4-1 through the first 5 games of this tournament. Texas, another team that through the first 2 days didn't surrender a goal, outscoring opponents 15-0. So they've shown that they know how to score, and they've shown that defensively they are stellar as this one moves along and they move up the far side. Their opponents, well, they've had a little bit more excitement, we'll say, as Next Level 3-1-1, a draw on day 1 against Freedom. 2-2 the score for that one, but a 5-1 victory, a 2-1 victory on day 2 before falling to the eventual gold medal winning WC 2-1 earlier today in a shootout. And it's going to be a story of what do they have left and how much did they drain in that semi game earlier this morning.
Yeah, an opportunity. I didn't get to catch up with Texas Pride's head coach, but I got a chance to talk to the head coach of Next Level PA, and it was an emotional win for them. They're a young club. They've been around for 5 years. They've been to NCC 4. For them to be in a medal match, they don't have any medals. They'd love to go home back to Pennsylvania wearing one.
And a chance offensively here, getting started. Working front shot, almost deflected in. Works to the sideline, but Texas had their chances, and now Next Level trying to say we can do that exact same thing and get moving along. As creeping towards 9 minutes to play opening quarter, Texas on the attack. White and red shot tipped there in front and tapping it in, the Texas Pride. It's 1-0 Texas with 9:09 to go in the opening quarter.
And Texas Pride, they had their U14 team here last week as well, and they played in the gold medal match. So for them to be back-to-back in medal rounds is an accomplishment for Texas Pride. They have now, with last week's medal, they have 4, and this one would make it 5 for them, as they're a climbing a club also on the national scale.
Ellen Neff, the goal scorer for Texas. As the Pride trying to take the old saying of everything's bigger in Texas and apply that to field hockey as well. The team in white and red certainly coming out in the opening quarter with her proverbial hair on fire. Getting that goal, but also getting a couple of good chances. However, Next Level opportunities, they've had them already, and they're certainly not letting that goal weary their spirits at all. As a corner opportunity for Next Level going to come up here.
I think it's a great example of, again, like a young club being here and going against someone who's a little bit more, has a stabilization.
Pass up top, across, Chance trying to shoot that one right in, and we're tied at 1. The offense on display here early stages. Good ball movement to get that back across, and Next Level capitalizes. It's 1-1.
I think if you talk to most people in the field hockey community, you want to see clubs like Next Level arrive, not just at the overall tournament, but seeing in the medal round, so that anyone, anywhere who's sitting on the fence and saying, what is field hockey? How do I play field hockey? How do I get into it? You see the visibility of the sport, and like I think so many of these coaches would embrace you and welcome you to their club, so you should just check it out on usafieldhockey.com. You know, it is such a fun sport that can take you all around the world.
As the opportunities, when you mentioned 2 clubs here, we saw 2 juggernauts, heavyweights in the gold medal match. 2 clubs really trying to continue to carve a name for themselves at this tournament here in this bronze medal match, and off to a hot start with the 1-1 score already. 6.5 minutes to go, opening quarter. Texas in white, Next Level in navy blue. Defensive work trying to clear it out. Texas almost kept it in, just couldn't. So Next Level win another opportunity here. However, halfway through quarter number 1, 1-1 the score.
Surprisingly, they played through that. There was a little bit of body obstruction there from Pride. Instead of using her stick, she was using her shoulder. Keep an eye on that.
As rounding the corner, good defensive closure from Next Level to try to close that gap and not allow pass made toward the center. Again, good defense all over Next Level, trying to close the gap. As Camilo Rug moves it across for Texas. Working near midfield, played all the way down into the far corner. Next Level can't get out of their own end after scoring that goal. As over halfway through the opening quarter, 1-1 the score. Goals in quick succession for these two sides.
Kelby Dings with a breakaway. She's got those bright pink shoes on for Next Level.
Opportunity trying to get it in front. Passes there. Good defensive work.
Kelby Dings is already in the USA Field Hockey pipeline. She's been playing internationally and then locally back in Pennsylvania. She's a standout athlete. She's one to watch. I think there's more than one pair of pink shoes, but she has one of them. She's wearing a pair of them.
Those bright pink ones at the far right side of your screen. Of course, the pink ones we're talking about there. And as we mentioned, for these young clubs, being able to have someone of that caliber leading the way, in a sense, is only helps it grow, as well as the pass across. Shooting. Good save. Sliding to her right. Another opportunity for Next Level. They'll try to keep it going. On the roll around. This bronze medal match, feed and stream, sponsored by Capelli Sport. As the shot from outside, deflected back pass.
No look, yep.
All the way through, but not going to go. Good idea. Just couldn't quite execute on it.
They're both trying to set the pace. And a few moments ago, I was going to suggest, and I'm not sure where we're going to go with this, that this may be one of those racetrack games, right side to right side, and they're sliding and shifting with that movement. Both squads are doing that currently. It could change, but it does slightly look like a racetrack game, and it just reminds me of a game that we covered for Female Athlete News at Penn State versus Iowa a few years ago, and it was just racing and racing and racing, and who could get it inside the circle for the touch.
Go fast, turn left, find the goal.
Exactly.
Just the slight quirk there with this rather than a racetrack. 2.5, 2 minutes and change, and we've seen these two teams, as you mentioned, going around, but it's also come in phases. As Texas started off, had some good offensive chances, really pressing the pace. Next Level comes in and scores. Texas comes back, scores. So we've seen really ebbs and flows working around through this one. As Texas back on the attack, trying to counter the Next Level attack, but not going to go, and back the other way with under a minute to play in the opening quarter. One the score here in this bronze medal match from Virginia Beach. Next.
The energy level, I think, is a little different. Would you agree with that?
I would agree. We're seeing a more Energizer Bunny style of game here than we saw.
Well rested.
That little, call it extra hour of rest seems to do both these teams well. But also more of a, we want to score more than the other team rather than we're going to be much more surgical on the way we work through. And it's time running out in the opening quarter. 1-1 this score. Next level in Texas here in this bronze medal matchup. Oh, tripped up at midfield. Next level going to hold on to it. Waning moments. And that's going to do it for quarter number 1. So we saw each team get on the board. We're going to take a break. Second quarter coming up. 1-1 the score of this bronze medal match here at the 2026 National Club Championship Games presented by Harrow.
What does happiness mean to you? Being in the ocean with you, watching you catch super fun waves.
In Virginia Beach, happiness is breaking barriers and savoring the sunshine.
I couldn't pick a better place or a better person to be with. This is what makes me happy.
Happiness is going all out.
And taking it all in.
Here, happiness is whatever you make it. Find yours in Virginia Beach.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game!
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
Grow the game.
First quarter is done with. Second quarter getting ready to get underway. Texas Pride and Next Level knotted up at 1 here in this bronze medal matchup. 2026 National Club Championships presented by Harrow. Jen, we talked about the racetrack, the speed of that opening quarter, but certainly a breakneck pace from both these clubs, and already it looks like we're not going to see things slow down.
Yeah. That's exciting. It's good to see that enthusiasm and respecting the third, fourth place. It's, one team's going to walk away with a medal, the other is not, but that doesn't say anything less about that team. Their efforts and energy to be here are noted.
As Next Level scored first in the opening quarter, Texas answered back. As Next Level in the blue, Texas in the white.
They are doing ping ponging. They're just trying to get it through.
Trying to almost bully her way into this circle. Not going to go. Next Level trying to come back on the attack. And there we go. Right on the way. Low on the shoulder, just kind of trying to get through. Far side of the field, centering feed. Maybe looked like it almost got lost as the intended target was cutting upfield instead of going down towards where it was, but Next Level is going to keep possession. Looks like Alexander Arata moves over to the far side. Spin move. Nothing going. Ball out. 10 minutes to go. Opening half. 1-1 the score. Texas and Next Level. These two teams have been trading punches so far, but no shortage of opportunity and no shortage of energy on this balmy high 80s day in Virginia Beach.
Pride's defense it's solid. I mean, they have their sticks to the ground. It's the fundamentals, again, taking care of the ball and making sure that, you know, you get it out of danger as quickly as possible so that the other team isn't allowed, so that Next Level they are not allowed to set up in scoring position. It's back to that right side running.
As Next Level trying to find a gap in that defense, had one going long but couldn't connect. It almost seems like their last few chances, we saw the one through midfield, that one, they're almost looking for that longer stretch the field type of play than more surgically and more as a team moving it up all together. Pride.
Nice little give and goes down the sideline, looking for that inside pass at the stroke mark. Nice step defensively by Next Level. Cut off that pass.
Next Level hemmed in 3 defenders right around, and good work by that Pride defense to really cause the turnover, not allow them to get any space or get anything set up. Taken away, Next Level, long crossfield pass. Reaching for it, getting it back on the attack. Shot, save was made. Next Level gonna chase it down.
And as we mentioned in the gold medal game, that a lot of these athletes, they're being seen right now by college recruiters that are just chock full on the sidelines, sitting under all of the tents. Hopefully that'll keep them dry. But they're going to notice the intangibles too. So like when the ball goes over the baseline, you see if a girl goes chasing after it or if they just like, you know, take their time to get it. And those types of things are things that recruiters are looking for. They're looking at how they handle being beat on the field. And 2 things that I would say that stand out to me are the receptions on both of these squads. They're pretty solid and smooth, low to the ground, and they just take off immediately after they receive the ball. That first step is a burst, and that's what's giving them the momentum and speed. Both sides, as we were saying, like the racetrack, that was setting them up, is that they're receiving the ball softly and then they turn and they go.
And for both sides in the gold medal game, again, we talked about how having those college scouts there for really any of these girls it adds an extra level and kind of a heightened pressure in addition to trying to win a medal and earn pride for your club. Next Level on the attack, far side. 6:20 to go, second quarter, 1-1 the score. Chance on the corner for Next Level. We'll see what they do here. As you talked about how quickly are they getting ready and in the zone, we saw the Next Level squad just lined up immediately and locked in as the shot gonna tuck it right in, and Next Level makes it 2-1 here with 5:40 to go in this second quarter.
What they did well there is they're shooting for the corners. Several coaches who I've interviewed prior to this event have talked about, you don't want to build up the goalie stat sheet. You want to make sure that you're putting it away, and that's what their aim was. Landed it in the right corner pocket.
Lillian Fisher, the goal scorer for Next Level. As these two sides trying to get a little bit of separation. Next Level currently has the 1-goal lead, but anyone's match the way this one has gone. Both teams strong defensive play, but also chances offensively. Just under 5 minutes to go in the opening half. Fisher, she has the go-ahead goal, stripped right off of her stick, tries to move Texas Pride onto the attack, where they've been pushed back onto the defensive portion the last few moments. Pass across. Next Level, seeming to get a little bit of momentum after that goal and even seizing it a little bit before that.
Hear the cheers of WC Eagles out there, putting their logo on the bracket board. We hear the cheers.
A celebration for the Eagles winning that gold medal. A hard-fought victory for them over AGH. Congratulations to both those squads for very impressive runs in this tournament.
I do enjoy the pace of this game, how quickly they're setting up, taking the ball, and getting going on both sides. It's just a little bit of a collapse with Pride stepping to the ball, but that's something they can easily clean up at the next halftime, the next break.
As Pride trying to get on the attack there, good sliding work by the goalie. Next Level trying to clear it out, but the Pride trying to seize some momentum of their own. Not going to come right there, but they watch Next Level push the issue. Now they're trying to counterpunch with 2:30 and a couple of seconds to go in the first half. Next Level with back-to-back goals to take this 2-1 lead.
And that's excellent 1v1 defense for Pride, making sure that she's not overcommitting and she's staying low to the ball. It's slowing down Next Level on their breakaways and forcing them now to go left. They're starting to figure out how to channel them in the direction that they want them to go in.
As the Pride trying to dance through the defense. Not going to go. Nice work by Next Level. Minute and a half to go, opening half. 2-1. The PA side leading. Still a good pace to this one, but it seems like from the opening few minutes, we've slowed down just a little bit. Maybe fatigue creeping in, maybe not wanting to go a million miles an hour for the entirety, but both these sides certainly showing that they don't want to sit back and wait. They want to make things happen offensively. It's created a great bronze medal game here so far from Virginia Beach. looking cross field. Just going to send it to the back line. Had one draped right on her, so a dangerous pass, but doesn't bite him till midfield. Now Next Level on the attack. Pass through, shot. Was looking for that corner once again to tuck it in and just sent it wide. Top-notch scoring opportunity for Next Level as time runs down here in half number 1.
Yeah. It's a good game.
See the clock there at the bottom, and we hit zeros, so that means we're going to take a quick pause, head into halftime as these two teams look to make adjustments. Here in the bronze medal match, Next Level leading Texas 2-1. We'll be back in just about 5 minutes. See who's going to take home that bronze.
Same is lame. Field hockey players have stick. They've got vibe. They've got that tuning fork in their hearts that goes off when a ball thumps the backboard of a goal. Field hockey is for the mold breakers, the convention challengers, the trailblazers, people who think outside the box and come alive inside the circle. Sure, there will always be those who mindlessly take the road more traveled, think the same, do the same, play the same. Field hockey players know that the strength of the pack is the wolf, and that the strength of the wolf is the pack. We know we're different, and we're proud of it. It's how we stand out. It's how we fit in. Like eagles, we soar individually, yet value family and togetherness highly. Join us. We're the minority of millions that get it. There's a stick waiting to be picked up, lifelong friendships to be made, goals to be a part of, victories, defeats, draws, and more. Stories to be told, with you, by you, of you. There's a field hockey team waiting to be called yours. Game on. Dare to differ.
You've watched enough field hockey to know when somebody has it, the thing that can't be coached. That's what our analysts wake up every morning to do. Find what's coming to the stock market before everyone else is talking about it. We find the next big trends in finance, then we bring them to you. MarketWise, proud sponsor of USA Field Hockey, because the best investments in athletes and in markets start with knowing what to look for. See for yourself at marketwise-usa.com.
Pain and Gain, your one-stop shop for all things field hockey. Located in Princess One Shopping Center, Virginia Beach, we carry everything you need on the turf, from black sticks, turf shoes, mouth guards, and much more. Try out your stick before you buy in our synthetic turf area. Pain and Gain. Embrace the pain, enjoy the game.
Life moves fast, but when that Freddy's hits, you can't help but slow down. Freddy's, this is the good stuff.
With 4 Hampton Roads area locations, Freddy's is just a short trip away.
I'm Mike Rowe. Welcome to the most honest commercial you're going to see all day.
Today, we're fixing sagging floors.
The problem is that moisture that we're trying to control has gotten to the wood already, and it's called this side of the home to drop. So if you have cracks around your door frame, if you have those squeaky floors or bouncy floors, most of the time we can fix that.
Get a free and honest inspection with JES Foundation Repair, a groundworks company.
For any athlete, making it to the top sometimes comes with a few steps back. That's why there's CHKD Sports Medicine. Advanced diagnostics, treatment, and rehabilitation for sports injuries, just for young.
First half in the books of this bronze medal matchup. Second half underway. Next Level up 2-1 on the Texas Pride. Jana, we had a track meet of a first half. We'll see what the second half has in store for us.
I mean, I was just showing a cat wearing Pittsburgh Steelers gear, so I'm having a difficult time trying not to laugh. I'm going to be honest, but I'm very much into this game. It's amazing what ChatGPT can do. The crew back here is just phenomenal. They're great, and it's an honor to be here with them. I'm glad I did not laugh in your ears.
As the opportunity for Next Level right there, and almost a chance to extend the lead. As we talk about this one, thinking about what Next Level was able to do in the first half.
Yes.
For the second half, do you think there are really any changes that the coaching staff wants to be made, or are they kind of, hey guys, what we're doing seems to work, just keep doing and executing at that level and keep the speed up?
I think both coaches at halftime would probably have a similar conversation that we're doing a lot of things right, so let's just make a few tweaks here and there. Look for those through balls and keep it wide, as they have been doing. Pride probably push up a little bit more, but they have Kelby Bing. She's hanging up high, and that's often how she plays. So I think they are looking more dynamically at the relationships they have existing with their athletes, that they know what to do in these minor little details that'll make a big difference.
As Next Level offensively trying to get back on the attack. We saw stages of the second quarter where Next Level really controlled the pace offensively. They're going to get a chance on the corner, and they've capitalized on these opportunities when they've had them. We'll see what comes of this one. But again, that focus, take it right to the mark, immediately line up across the circle. This Next Level team just seems to be locked in, moving ahead through this one. 9.5 minutes, third quarter. Pass settled. Across, shot, bouncing, still loose. Chance, and they score. Next Level makes it 3-1 here with 9:10 to go in the third quarter.
They had at least 3-4 sticks touch that ball before it went to the cage, so everyone got a slight piece of that, including the inserter.
And an opportunity to just get things going is Next Level. 3 consecutive goals to take that lead.
Texas Pride has grown into becoming a tough squad to beat. When they're faced off, I mean, when you have other clubs that are trying to vie and climb their way up, they are definitely one that when they're on your schedule, they're going to test your limits. But for certain, as I said when I mentioned the conversation that I had with the head coach of Next Level PA, they came in here and their end game was they want to be on a podium finish, and that's what they're seeking right now.
Lillian Fisher,
except for
the
Lightning.
goal scorer of that third one, and Lightning striking in the area. Mother Nature not wanting to see either of these teams potentially hit a podium just yet. So we are going to take a quick pause while Mother Nature sorts out her issues. Bronze medal match, 3-1 Next Level leading Texas Pride. We'll be back as soon as we can. Mother Nature had some plans for a quick pause, but nonetheless, we are back with bronze medal action here in Virginia Beach. Next Level leading Texas Pride 3-1. And we got stopped with about 8 minutes to play in the third quarter. So, for those of you wondering why the clock at the bottom says 20 minutes when that is not the length of a quarter, well, we're playing one 20-minute fourth quarter to decide who is going to take home the bronze medal. Next Level, 3 consecutive goals to take that lead. And the rain's still coming down slightly, so we'll see who was able to make the most of their weather break as we head out here into this hybrid fourth quarter.
I mean, the good news is that it didn't last very long and that no one has been injured.
And right off the hop, Next Level comes back out, able to tip one home. It's 4-1. They wasted no time.
No, punched it right in.
And punched it right in to extend the lead. Next Level really offensively has been the aggressor here from the later stages of the first quarter on, as they're able to extend the lead once more. Texas Pride just looking to get something going back offensively. Next Level defensively has been able to shut down what they're trying to do relatively consistently. So we'll see what changes, if any, they're going to try to make here in half number 2 to try to claw back into this.
With the rain also, most people in field hockey circles, they absolutely know that it'll just make the ball move faster. With it being on AstroTurf, it's a good pace, which will add to the pace that we saw once it came to a conclusion before the rain came in, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure if either of these teams' legs can go much faster than they were going to start.
They were cruising.
As we went from a methodical gold medal game to a breakneck pace here in the bronze. So we saw the goalie just kind of testing out the turf there as well.
Yeah, it's going to be fast. Should be an entertaining 20 minutes or 17 remaining.
Chance on the corner. Next Level up 4-1. And looking to go to that near post this time, but that's something they've had success with. We're able to score the 4th goal off of. So certainly something to keep an eye. Settled. Pass across. Shot. Kick save. Top of the circle. Texas able to weather that storm. Try to move it out and gain some sort of an offensive presence.
The bobbly reception on the Next Level player, the ball came up and popped up inside the circle, so it was coming out, which gives them some opportunity to build from the backfield.
As they'll get it back once more. 16 minutes, just under 16 and a half to play. Bronze medal matchup of the 2026 National Club Championships presented by Harrow. Thanks for sticking with us and coming back to this one. As Next Level 4 consecutive to extend their lead. Texas jumped out to a fast start, but Next Level seemed to kind of calm the Texas offense and take a little bit of control here as we shift down the stretch run for half number 2. On the attack. And an opportunity for next level once again. Pass. Settled, work back, looking to shoot. Tipped, sent just wide. Nice effort to get a stick on it at that near post, but just sent it high and wide. Texas, though, still getting pinned into their own defensive half of the field. Really got to kind of find a way to get over midfield, but get possession over midfield. As we say that, there they go. But pass goes right out of bounds, and they'll lose it.
Like, as you say, for them to crawl back into this, claw back into this, I apologize. For them to get there, they're going to have to focus on those little passes, the gives and goes, and take their free hits real quickly. Next level is just really quick at getting their six down and set up on a transition. I mean, that's the fun thing about this sport, is that everybody plays offense and defense.
And we've almost seen next level pump the brakes on the pace a little bit, up by 3. Certainly still pushing it, but not so much a race as a methodical marathon, we'll call it, is what they're looking at this 20-minute segment. As we have 13:45 to go in the second half. Next level up 4-1 in this bronze medal match. Texas trying to establish presence in the offensive zone. Wanting to shoot. No dice.
It's fun to see those 3D skills, but when you don't connect with the ball like that, you create the danger by coming through and taking someone's shin out. Thankfully, they have shin guards, but that's the risk you take when you go to do a 3D move inside the circle.
Looks good on the highlight reel when it connects, and you inevitably get a coach yelling at you when it doesn't most times.
Something like that.
Taken away, next level, just going to push towards midfield, trying to go back on the attack here. Room and space,
Nice
good defensive work. Again, those little passes we talked about with Texas not connecting as they send it out of play. Kind of ruin their own offensive chance. Get a gift from next level, but still Texas down 3. Needs to find a way to establish an offensive attack. More so than just getting there and trying to get a shot off. They got to finally get something through if they want to put their stamp on this game and make a run back to draw even. Nice defensive work by Texas. Your side just going to clear it out, but next level takes it right back. Rada buying time. Draws the call, and next level quickly jumps back on it, wasting no time, but taking advantage of it when they have it. Trying to center. Closing the gap was Texas. Pride to the sideline. Moved ahead on the run. Texas had numbers for a moment. Just able to keep possession. Pride up top. Looking for space. Defensive gap closing by next level.
Yeah, there was no breakdown in her steps. She just put her body in between the ball and another one of her teammates, which causes that danger, which is why she's sitting for 2 minutes on a green card.
And so the opportunity opportunity is now for Texas, really. With the green card served, we saw one card in the first game that wasn't able to come for anything offensively. We'll see if Texas is able to capitalize. They're going to have to get possession back in order to do so. 10 minutes to play in this bronze medal match.
The good thing, too, about putting that card out there now is setting the tone. So, like, in the last 9 minutes here, as they get a little bit more feisty, perhaps, because they're both fighting for a medal on the line, it prevents any kind of safety measure of injury, trying to make sure that no one is injured. You clean that up right away and then have more of a flow to the game.
Something that's not even necessarily talked about, is the referee setting the tone. Both these teams want to set the tone, but for the officials, it's important as well to not only keep the game safe, but to keep the flow going and to eliminate any extracurriculars.
I think people are more comfortable with fouls in basketball. They're accustomed to knowing like a player can foul out. There are team fouls. And when it comes to hockey and you get a card, it's not a personal offense. It's to make sure that you're not carted off into an ambulance.
Pass up top, Texas trying to take advantage. Long shot trickles through. Just trying to kind of seize on any opportunity they can get. Next level's defense has been kind of shutting the door around the goal, preventing Texas from really getting anything.
Texas is pressing.
See that? Press 3 right on the ball there, able to cough it up. A renewed sense of urgency from Texas in the last few minutes.
Yeah, Pride should be cautious, though, optimistically cautious. If they can keep it within that 23, getting their stick on the ball and pushing it in real quickly without looking up could make them lose and turn over the ball. So just cautiously optimistic.
Round wide, trying to center. Next level there to push it out. But certainly, as you mentioned, the optimism is Texas, their best offensive stretch we've seen really since the opening quarter.
I'd agree with that, yeah.
Coming here in the last few minutes. 7.5 to play in this hybrid third, fourth quarter. Just call it a second half. As Mother Nature delayed things after 4 minutes of third quarter action. Texas trailing 4-1. Next level has 4 consecutive goals. Far side on the run. Pass not going to connect. Next level. See the clock, top of your screen there, ticking down. The squad from Pennsylvania trying to grab a bronze medal to head home with. Meanwhile, Texas looking to mount a Texas-sized comeback here in the final minutes. Moved ahead and out, and Texas's passes.
They're like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 passes way ahead than the other to set the pace. They need to put another body there if you're going to do that speed. You have someone on the baseline.
And Texas keeping possession, keeping that pressure moving along. Played back. They're going to settle. something they've got to get, they keep running into is when Next Level is just throwing one defender there and they can't get around, whether it's passing, trying to run past. Next Level's defense, one person's doing the job that earlier it was taking Texas's defense 2 and 3 to do. So they've got to be able to win those matchups when they've got numbers. Just haven't been able to connect on the passes in the last few minutes. Under 5 to play, 4-1. Next Level leading here in the bronze medal match.
That's a decent circle entry. They just need to be able to turn around and convert on it.
Texas just really hasn't been able to get shots. They've had possession down near the circle, but haven't gotten anything on goal. 4 minutes to play.
They are doing many things correctly, looking up, scanning, pacing the ball. I think they're trying to take over here now. They've got more control.
Is it going to be enough or too little too late as that one goes through everyone and out? We saw Texas come out hard at the start. Next Level really kind of took over the middle portion of this game. Now Texas in the last, call it 3 to 4 minutes, starting to come back to life and kind of look more like that team we saw at the start. However, will it be enough?
We see the same game. We're seeing the same things.
And again, the pass not connecting. Tried to move quick, tried to get going, and just sent it awry of the target. Down the stretch, it almost feels like Texas is shooting themselves in the foot as much as things are being denied. As Next Level an opportunity.
I think one of the last things we said before the weather delay is that Next Level came here with one goal in mind, and that goal was to be on a podium finish. They wanted to take home a medal, and it's looking more and more like they may be achieving that goal.
As they've came out, despite surrendering the first goal, they came out in this one fast, powerful, and decisive.
Yep.
Whereas we saw Texas maybe come out a little bit fast, powerful at times, but not necessarily as decisive or not as pinpoint accurate when they needed to be. And Next Level has really capitalized on chances. Is another one here. Shooting, and that one's going to go, and it's 5-1. Next Level with 2 minutes to go. As Next Level adds again to the lead. And offensively in this second half, they haven't had an overwhelming amount of chances, but they've capitalized on those chances that they've gotten. And that's truly been the biggest difference. Was Next Level got the chances, capitalized. Texas a little bit sloppier on their passes, but haven't gotten the shots off when they've had an opportunity, haven't capitalized on things as they've started to roll their way. And we're sitting at a 5-1 Next Level match with 1:09 to go.
And Texas is not being timid. It's exactly as you said. They're just capitalizing. Next Level's capitalizing on all of the details.
And for Next Level now, if they want, they can try to run out this last minute of clock, but not something we've seen from them resting on the way things are. Don't expect that to start now.
Yeah, we haven't, and I think they won't be resting on their laurels. I think they came here to just like punctuate this win for themselves, even in a 3-4 match, which is commendable.
As 20 seconds to play. Next Level counting down to the bronze medal, of course, but congratulations to Texas on a very strong showing and a great tournament, taking 4th place. However, they ran into a Next Level team, 5 unanswered goals, proving to be the difference as Next Level going to take this one and seize the bronze medal. 5-1 the final from Virginia Beach. Thanks for sticking with us through this one. That'll do it for the live stream today. Next Level takes bronze 5-1 here at the 2026 National Club Championship Games presented by Harrow.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
I grew up here. I know this town. I know the people here. More important, they know me. As a banker at Town Bank, we become part of the communities we serve. The people who bank with us, our members, know us. When you bank with Town Bank, you'll know your banker. You'll know you can reach us, and you'll know we're here for you.